So continuing on, saving is great, and I think if you are in BC, you know, a couple of the investments that you can kind of look into is equities. So your basic equities are things on the stock market. FYI, I'm not providing any sort of investment advice right now, but you can buy stocks that are on the TSX Venture, NYSE, NASDAQ, things in the US. And the second thing is, if you live in BC and you plan to have long-term residency in BC, you got to invest in real estate. So those two things, invest in real estate and stocks. And yeah, just looking at my notes here, a couple things I have to stress, you know, talking to a lot of younger Gen Zs and millennials growing up, you have time. You know, use time more of an asset rather than now, I need to get my returns now. You know, I had a really good conversation with a Gen Z guy who's in mid-20s at a software company I was at. I was like, what are you going to do with money? Like, what are you in the rush to do? Why do you want those returns right away? Why do you need the instant gratification? So use time as your asset. Be patient. Investing requires patience. Sometimes things take 10 years, 15 years to turn into fruition and have a good ROI or return on investment on things. So give it time. And because of that time component and that patience component, you also get that compounding, the potential for compounding. So I guess one of the best examples is, you know, one of the books I've read talks about Warren Buffett. What's the eighth wonder of the world? Warren Buffett likes to use compound interest as the eighth wonder of the world. I like to think of compounding as using time as an offensive mechanism to basically get more returns. One of the best ways to compound is if you invest in an income producing or dividend producing stock and you're a Canadian, you can utilize something called a DRIP program, or a dividend reinvestment program, and basically reinvest the dividends you get quarterly or on a monthly basis to buy more shares. That's if you believe in them. And another thing I want to leave you with in terms of investing is don't try and chase the capital gains. 80% of all portfolio gains lifetime has been through dividends, interests, coupon payments, and things like that. So keep those things in mind long term. If they're paying a dividend, it's going to be good. And don't just go out and chase those type of capital gains. So yeah, that's what I have here. Try and do it early, save, and then have that money work for you. I have a big thing on making money work as a slave for you. So if you can do that as early as possible, I think everyone's going to have a better sort of be in a better financial position in their late 20s, 30s, and 40s. Yeah. I really believe that.
And it's about improving the generation, right? From when you were a child to our generation now, and for our daughter's generation, it'll just be that generational wealth that we're trying to gain.
Yeah, definitely. And basically improve upon that, and basically try to preserve that assets, the things that, you know, our parents move from Hong Kong and come to Canada to give us a better life, and for us to further invest that and build upon that to give our daughter and now our future son a little bit more leg room to basically have more flexibility in terms of what they want to do in their future. So yeah, those are my three things. So I guess to summarize, the first thing is, you know your why and your what. 2, control your expenses and be way more thoughtful about your expenses. And then 3, have start to save as early as possible, and to make that saving work for you. Invest, make money your slave.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Brian. So we both have YouTube channels, and we're both on Instagram and Facebook. So you can follow us on those things. I'll put some notifications up.
Yeah.
If you have any more questions, what's the best way to reach you, Brian?
Well, I can be reached at briancchung.com. That's my website.
Yep.
And yeah, you can check me out there. A lot of it's going to be real estate related. You can check out my blogs. I have a YouTube channel as well. If you like my stuff, subscribe. I'm slowly putting things up there. And yeah, thank you for having me on the show. I'm here to serve, I'm here to give, I'm here to really share my experiences and hopefully help each individual make their lives better through improving their financial literacy.
Awesome.
That's
and we're probably going to do more of these kind of videos
for sure.
and stuff like that. So send us any sort of topics you want us to talk about. Comment below any questions that you have for Brian or even myself. But yeah, it's been really great chatting.
Thank you. And thank you for listening and watching. It's been long. And hope to hear from you all soon. Okay? Bye.